If you've ever tried to quit weed, you probably said something along the lines of, I'm not gonna smoke weed again, or I'll never smoke weed again. It's this self-talk and specific language that either prevents or makes us more likely to reach for the edible, the bong, or take a puff. And honestly, saying I'm not gonna smoke weed again, or I will never smoke weed again, is actually making you relapse. And here's why. Tap in.
Niggas ain't give me shit, did it all on my own. I'm putting it in God's hands. Used to couldn't afford that shit, now I'm copping this drip. Saint Laurent cost 5 bands. $100,000 my wrist, had to get on my shit.
Wagwan bruv, Wavette, wherever you are on the world wide web, subscribe to the mother effing channel. It's free. On this channel, you're guaranteed to laugh. I'm guaranteed to brighten up your day. But most importantly, you're guaranteed to learn something new that you can apply to your own personal life and make it better. Hence the word edutainment. So, hit the focus and subscribe button. So essentially, when you say, I'm not gonna smoke weed again, you've essentially told your brain what not to do, rather than just telling it what you want it to do instead. Instead of saying, I will never smoke weed again, say something like, oh, I'd rather drink water. I'd rather go for a walk. You want to eliminate even the mention of weed in your mind.
Who's the retard? You.
But you don't say that.
Shut up. Wake up my dad and get me grounded.
Just shut up.
Or something along the lines of, I'd rather breathe in fresh air. Saying that, plus doing like a 5-minute meditation whenever those cravings hit you, like just set a timer 5 minutes. I'd rather breathe in fresh air. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. I'd rather breathe in fresh air. Why should you say this, say stuff like this, instead of saying, I will never smoke weed again, or I won't smoke weed, or I don't want to smoke weed? Why? It's because of this one simple reason. With the previous statement, you told your brain what not to do. But because you mentioned weed, your brain is not focusing on the word weed. You haven't said what you actually want to do instead. You're still mentioning weed, rather than mentioning the thing that you want to do instead. It's essentially what I'm trying to say. And now once you've mentioned weed, you're thinking about weed, and your chances of relapsing and going for the blunt, the puff, the bong increases substantially. Saying, I'd rather do X, Y, Z, I'd rather go for a walk, I'd rather drink water, I'd rather breathe in fresh air, causes the brain to focus on the opposite outcome with no mention of weed whatsoever. Like, weed is not in the equation at all. So this is an illustration that I also saw courtesy of Jing Swannack, and it goes as follows. So this is essentially what this is who I credit. Well, I'm sure he got it from somebody else, but he's who I saw use the same type of inspiration. So for a minute, I want you to trust me. Okay, just trust me, and close your eyes. Okay, can you close your eyes for me? Okay, cool. Just trust me. Close your eyes. Close your eyelids. Close your eyelids. Good? Okay. Eyes are closed? Okay, close your eyes. Now, listen to me. Do not think about a pink car. 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 Now, open your eyes. And what did you think about? More than likely, you thought about a pink car. The result is you told your brain what not to do, but ended up focusing on that very same thing, because that's the only thing you mentioned. You didn't mention the other outcome. You didn't just not mention the weed. If I wanted you to focus on a blue car or a blue monkey, I should have just said blue monkey. Blue monkey, blue monkey, blue monkey, without mentioning anything of the pink car. So if you want to smoke, just simply say, I'd rather go for a walk. I'd rather drink water. I'd rather go to the gym. I'd rather go see a friend. I'd rather work on my assignment. I'd rather do X, Y, Z. I'd rather do the chores. I'd rather wash dishes. Without any mention whatsoever about weed. And actually doing that thing that you just physically vocalized further preoccupies the mind and further simmers and dimmers the magnitude of the craving. And oftentimes, especially you probably realize it, but idleness is the greatest obstacle to relapse, or is the greatest enhancer of relapse.
Are you on drugs or alcohol?
No, sir.
Do you take drugs or alcohol?
What is drugs?
Right? The more idle you are, the more your time, the more your brain is wandering, the more like free time you have, the more likely you are to just like cave into the craving or the desire, especially when you're dealing with the withdrawal symptoms. Just know that the busier you are, the less time you have to, go towards that area of your life, right? If you're busy, you're on your purpose, you're trying to either build your business, be the best at your job, maybe have school, maybe trying to be the best father or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever it is, you won't have as much time to just like chill and let your mind wander into that area of life. And this simple phrase will increase your ability to go a week, 30 days, or an indefinite period of time without smoking weed or in consuming any type of weed. And this exercise can be used whether you're just taking a tolerance break, maybe you have a drug test coming up and you don't want to smoke, or you're trying to quit indefinitely, like you're trying to quit forever and ever and ever. Instead of saying I don't want to smoke weed, just simply say I choose to drink water, I choose to go to the gym, I choose to do XYZ, I choose to do the chores, I'd rather, or I choose. And even saying this simple phrase is applicable to other areas of life. Like when you say I have to go to the gym, it makes it seem like it's out of your control, like it's you wouldn't do it if it wasn't like your natural choice. Like it's as if you're being forced not to do it, or you're going against your will to go to the gym. So instead of saying I have to go to the gym, say I choose to go to the gym. You see that different, the way that terminology just changes the whole mindset or perception of the activity. I choose to go to the gym today. I'm choosing to go to the gym today to better my health. Like that, instead of saying I have to go to the gym, like as if it's like a chore, or as if it's like someone's forcing you to do it, or I choose to finish my essay tonight. This type of terminology puts one in control of their choices and the situation that they encounter in their day-to-day life, right? So I choose to drink water instead. I'd rather drink water instead. I choose to go for a walk. I choose to meditate. I'd rather meditate. Stuff like this, rather than saying anything weed related. Don't have any mention of weed in your brain whatsoever. Just focus on the outcome without mentioning weed or whatever it is that you're trying not to relapse to. Essentially, your brain might be saying, I want to get high, I want to get high, I want to get high, or even I don't want to get high, I don't want to get high, or I don't want to smoke weed. So you want to switch that thinking and say something else. Say I choose to be sober, I choose to breathe in fresh air, or I'd rather drink water, or I'd rather do XYZ, I'd rather go to the gym, I'd rather go for a walk, I'd rather spend time with my kids and play with my kids, or something along those lines. But don't mention the thing you're trying to avoid. Mention the thing that you want to do instead. So this type of thinking and these little phrases, this little switch in how you associate with things will increase your ability to detox from weed, because it takes about 30 days or so. If you want to know a video about how to detox quicker, link in the cards, will increase your ability to detox from weed and decrease the likelihood that you'll relapse and smoke again. And to be honest, it's important to really ask yourself, what do you want? Why is it that you want to quit weed in the first place? What is the reason that will even make you want to quit weed? Physically write out the reasons, like get it from your brain out into the real world, like physically write it out. Why is it I don't want to smoke weed? Say it. I'd rather not spend my money. Something like that, right? I'd rather not spend my money. I'd rather not spend any more money. And then even add a because. I'd rather not spend money because I'm trying to pay my debt. I'm trying to save up for a house. I'm trying to save up for a car. Anytime you have that craving hits you, or it pops up, say I'd rather not spend money because I want to save on a house. I want to pay down my debt. Stuff like that. And even like, What was the reason?
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
What was the reason, bitch?
I don't need to explain myself to you. And
What was the reason?
Like physically write out the reasons you wanted to quit, and the specific event that made you search out these types of videos and want to quit weed in the first place. And write out what made you willing to put up with all the nasty and even discomforting withdrawal symptoms that come with quitting weed. Like, what was the reason what was the aha moment? What was the breaking point for you to not smoke weed again? Like, physically write it down and put it in a place that you can see it on a daily basis, in front of your mirror, in front of your fridge, in your room, somewhere where you can see as a constant reminder about this is why I'm not trying to smoke at all or as much. This is crucial because once you quit for a bit, you tend to forget the negatives attached to your weed abuse, and you only remember the most euphoric, high moments.
Hey man, do you want to help me put up the Christmas tree? No dude, but I'll smoke some Christmas tree. Does that even exist?
Curtis, what time is it?
Weed. Oh dude, look. What? It's a greenhouse. It's my kind of house, dude. What food did you bring? What? I just brought weed. You were supposed to bring food. Okay, well then why did you call it a potluck?
So when you quit for a while, you don't really remember all the negatives attached to it. You only remember like the best highs or the most ideal moments. So instead of saying not smoking weed is an option, just say I'd rather do something else. I choose to do something else. And let that be your mantra and self-talk and how you deal with the cravings that arise. So vocalizing and doing the actions you just said you were gonna do is what makes you stick to not relapsing pretty much. But yo, that's my heavy insight into the whole mindset, psychology of your word choice and how it affects your ability to relapse or your likelihood to relapse. But yo, God bless, much love, peace and joy, namaste, and always remember, always, 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 if it doesn't feed you, do not water whatever you're watching, whatever you're listening to, whatever you're eating, because our diet is more than just what we eat. It's everything that we consume. And remember as well, too much of any good thing is good for nothing. Resources to have more hands-on information to quit, linked in the description, and all other relevant information is there as well. Alright fam, deuces.
In a new X6, I be flexing on my ex like the bitch don't exist. Had to bust down the paddock, put the VVs on the fist. Had to throw away the wallet cause the racks don't fit. If it ain't about $1, it don't make no sense. Do the dash in the coupe, you can't see me.